Okay. All right. So my bottom hinge on my driver's side door, the pin was all boogered up, and so I bought a new hinge. And when I had to take the door off to get the hinge off, and when I took the hinge off or the door off, I found this. So basically, what's going on here is I don't know if this caused the hinge to go bad or the hinge caused this to go to bad. But down here is the original spot welds into the back. On the back side, you can see here there's a plate that's got some bolts or nuts welded to it. That plate is, I'm going to say, close to a 1/4 inch thick, and it spot welds in these 4 spots to the actual body of the door. The door, I'm going to guess, is probably 16 gauge steel. And I've got two. The thing is, this right here, this part, and you can tell where it's dented here and here, and you can tell that it's off in there, the steel plate. So I figured out how to get a bar clamp to pull this part right here into, or actually pull the steel plate, and the steel plate goes from like right here to up maybe into here. It's square, so it goes all in this area. So I figured out how to use a bar clamp to pull that where it comes even with this. Now this right here, this whole area here where you can see the dent there, and this was all dented in, maybe a 1/4 inch, maybe as far as 3/8 into the inside. So I took the speaker out, and I took a steel bar, put it in here, and banged it out with a 3-pound hammer. And it's not exactly flat, but it's decent by my standards. I'm not a body guy, so I don't know. So here are my options that I am contemplating, and I'm not sure which one is the best one. One, I've got access to scrap sheet metal, so I can actually make a flat piece to go completely over this 16 gauge steel, and just have a patch there, and I can tack that to that. So here are my thoughts. I pull this in using the C-clamp. I spot weld here and here, and if you can see, this is cracked all the way down the length of this. That's cracked all the way down the length of this. The top and bottom are good, but that is cracked all the way down the length of that. So that scares me. All right. So my thought is, and I've already been sanding with some 220 grit, whatever, it doesn't matter, sandpaper, and I'm trying to get this as cleaned up as I can. So here's my thought. Suck this in, tack weld it back here and here, and then come through here, and I think I'm gonna have to grind this out. Or another thought is drill a couple more holes, say here, here, and here, and then tack weld those back to this 1/4 inch piece that's inside. Do the same thing up here, tack weld up there, and then just run a bead all along that crack, and then grind it off as best I can, mount it, and hope for the best. Okay, so that's one thought. Next thought is to do the same thing, but get some of that scrap 16 gauge steel, slap on a patch, and come up further, because that just come up further and patch this whole area with new steel, grind it, put some new holes there where it'll line up. So I'll basically do my first plan plus put a patch on top of it. my plan C is call a mulligan, look for a new door, and put a new door on. I don't really want to do that because I don't want to pay for a new door. But I don't know if what my plan is. I don't know if my plan's going to work. And but if I do my plan and it doesn't work, then I'm still going to get a new door, and I'm only out a little bit of work. So, what do you think? Yeah, what do you think? Also, odd. These are off center. I can get the bolts in there, but they're off center pretty bad. But I don't remember what they look like when I pulled it off, so they may have been like that originally. So anyway, tell me what you think.